Is selling on Amazon worth it in 2026? Well, the short answer is no, and for most of you watching this, Amazon is not worth it in 2026. And I'm actually going to save you months of wasted time by telling you exactly why. But here's the ironic part. There's a small group of sellers absolutely crushing it right now. We're talking $80,000 a month with low reviews and no ads. But there are also people spending $8,000 on the exact same strategies everyone is recommending on YouTube and making only $2,000 back. Both are selling on Amazon at the exact same time, but playing completely different games. So what's the difference between them and everyone else? Well, something shifted last year that basically split sellers into two categories. Those who will make money and those who will just bleed cash trying. So in the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you which category you're actually in, what changed that nobody's talking about, and if you're in the wrong category, what you should be doing instead. Plus, I surveyed 30 successful Amazon sellers, and 27 of them said the exact same shocking thing about how they got their first sales. And I'll show you exactly what they said at minute 8. But first, let me show you what I'm talking about with a real example. There's a skincare brand doing about $60,000 a month on Amazon right now. They launched 6 months ago. They have 53 reviews. Their listing has decent photos, but nothing special, and they're not running any Amazon sponsored ads. So how are they getting their sales? Well, here's what's happening. Someone saw their product on Instagram or TikTok and got curious about it. Then they used Google or ChatGPT to research the brand. And finally, they went to Amazon, typed in the brand name, and bought it there. Amazon did not find that customer. Instagram did, and all Amazon did was close the deal. Now, back in 2016, the entire journey I just described happened all on Amazon. Someone searched for vitamin C serum. Amazon showed them the results and they bought. Their entire buying journey was on one platform from start to finish. And that's the fundamental shift. Amazon used to be the entire funnel. Now it's just the bottom of the funnel. And here's the part that most sellers are missing. If you're launching a product on Amazon with no audience and no traffic plan, you're not competing with other products anymore. You're competing with Amazon's ad costs, which have been going up 20% year over year. Unless your margins are massive, you're going to lose that fight. Now remember that $8,000 seller I mentioned earlier, hemorrhaging money on Amazon? Well, he's still playing the 2016 game. Launch a decent product, optimize a listing, run some ads, and then wait for Amazon to do its thing. But Amazon doesn't do that thing anymore. So the million-dollar question is, can you still make money on Amazon in 2026? The answer is yes, absolutely, but it works completely differently than most people think about today. Amazon doesn't work as a discovery platform anymore. It works as an infrastructure platform, and here's what that means. If you can bring your own traffic to Amazon, you get instant credibility with reviews and the buy box. You get prime shipping, which converts higher than anything else. And all of your customer service and fulfillment are completely handled. And you get all the infrastructure of a major retailer without building any of it yourself. Now that's powerful, but here's what this actually means for your wallet. If you're trying to buy traffic from Amazon through their ads, you're competing in an auction. The average cost per click in competitive categories is now $2 to $3 per click. Some niches are even higher, so your margins get destroyed before you even make your first sale. But if you already have traffic from Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever, and you're just using Amazon as the place people check out, now you're not paying for the ad. You're just paying for the infrastructure, which results in completely different economics. So the real question isn't, does Amazon work? The real question is, do you already have a way to get attention, or are you starting from ground zero? Because that determines whether you're looking at a profitable business. Now, this is constant debate about whether selling on Amazon is better than selling on Shopify and vice versa, but they're asking the wrong question entirely. Here's the question you should be asking instead. It's not Amazon or Shopify, it's who owns the checkout experience, and does that actually matter? Because Amazon and Shopify have basically become the same thing now. They're both just back ends for processing payments and shipping products. The real difference is customer ownership. On Amazon, someone buys your product, but Amazon keeps them as their customer. You can't email them, you can't retarget them. You are just a vendor in their store. On Shopify, that customer is yours forever. So which one's better? Well, it depends on where you are in your business. If you're just starting out and want to validate demand, Amazon is faster. You can launch in a week without building a website or worrying about fulfillment, and Amazon's infrastructure handles everything, and you just need to get people to your listing. If you want to build a brand you actually own, well, Shopify gives you control. You keep the customer data, and you're not competing with 50 similar results in the search results. But you're responsible for everything: the website, the email flows, the shipping, making sure checkout does not break. By the way, if you're interested in learning how to start your own profitable online store, make sure you sign up for my free 6-day e-commerce mini course below. It's 100% free, and I guarantee you'll learn a lot. And here's the part that changes the math. Amazon used to have a massive conversion advantage. But when customers are coming from AI or Google after they've already researched your brand, that advantage mostly disappears. Which means the Amazon converts better argument only matters if you're buying cold traffic. And we've already established that that's a losing game anyway. So if you're just starting and testing whether people want your product, Amazon makes it easier. If you already know it sells and want to scale it into a real brand, well, Shopify gives you more leverage. But here's what most people do not realize. The best sellers I know aren't choosing between Amazon and Shopify, they're using both. They build their brand on Shopify where they own the customer relationship and control the experience. But when someone's ready to buy, they give them the option to check out on Amazon if they want to. Now, why even offer Amazon? Because some people just trust Amazon more. They want prime shipping and the easy returns. They're already logged in, so instead of fighting that, you should use it. Or they do it the other way. They sell primarily on Amazon because the infrastructure is easy. But they're also building an email list and sending people to their own site for bundles or special offers that Amazon does not allow. The point is that you're not trapped in one ecosystem. You can use Amazon for what it's good at and Shopify for what it's good at as well. And once you understand that, the question shifts completely. It's not which platform should I use, it's do I have a way to get attention in the first place? Because if you don't, neither platform is going to save you. So who should actually be selling on Amazon right now? Well, first, if you already have an audience or you know how to build one. Let's say you got a TikTok following, an email list, a YouTube channel, any kind of traffic source you control, Amazon becomes incredibly useful because you're not buying their traffic. You're just using their checkout and fulfillment, and that is the ideal scenario. Second, if you want to test whether people actually want your product before building a whole brand around it, you can launch on Amazon, drive some traffic to it, and see if it converts. And if it works, scale it. And if it doesn't, you're just out a couple $100 instead of 6 months building a Shopify store for something nobody wants. And third, if you're good at marketing but don't want to manage operations, customer service, returns, shipping, logistics, Amazon is incredible. Some people just want to focus on getting attention and picking products. Now you're going to pay for it in fees, but at least it's all handled. I know someone who built a following reviewing products in her niche. And once she hit 50,000 followers, she launched her own product on Amazon. And in the first month, she made $12,000 in sales. All she did was post an Amazon link, and Amazon did the rest. That is who Amazon works for now. People who solve the traffic problem first. Now, who should not be selling on Amazon right now? First, anyone starting from zero with no traffic plan. If your strategy is, I'll just run Amazon ads, or I'll optimize my listing and rank organically, you are walking into a meat grinder because ad costs will destroy your margins. Organic ranking requires existing sales velocity, and you'll be competing against sellers who already solved the traffic problem. Second, anyone who thinks they can rank organically without external traffic. Even with a great product and a perfect listing, Amazon's algorithm prioritizes products that are already selling. You need sales to get ranked, and you need ranking to get sales. Without outside traffic, you're going to be stuck in that loop. And then finally, anyone who cannot afford to treat Amazon as a testing ground is going to be in trouble. Right now, Amazon's fees are 40 to 60% of your sale price. If you need every dollar to count and you can't risk losing money while you figure out the traffic problem, Amazon is very high risk. One mistake on product selection or traffic strategy, and you're going to be deep in the red. Remember that guy earlier who spent $8,000 and made $2,000 back? That was that guy. He had no audience and grossly underestimated the ad costs and the fees. And he probably would have been better off spending that $8,000 building a following first and then deciding where to sell. So e-commerce is changing quickly. And if you want to stay on top of all the latest trends, then you need to come to my annual e-commerce conference, the Seller Summit. Just imagine a room with 200 of the best e-commerce sellers in the world making 7 and 8 figures. Operators who actually share their secrets. I handpick every speaker because they're in the trenches right now. There's no theory, no fluff, just proven playbooks that you can steal immediately. Now, if you want to hang out in person and you're serious about winning, you need to be there. Link is below for sellersummit.com. Now here's how I know this isn't just my opinion. I asked 30 of my colleagues I know who sell on Amazon the exact same question. How did you get your first 1,000 sales on the last product you launched? In 2018, almost all of them said the exact same thing. Amazon PPC, listing optimization, keyword research. They launched on Amazon, used Amazon's tools, and Amazon brought them customers. This year, though, the answer completely flipped. 27 out of 30 said they brought their own traffic through Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or email they built before launching. They weren't depending on Amazon to find customers. They were using Amazon to fulfill orders for customers they already found. The sellers who figured out discovery are the ones who are still making money. The ones who haven't are the ones asking if Amazon still works. So here's where I stand on this. Amazon is an infrastructure play, not a strategy. Your audience is the strategy. If you can build attention or you already have it, Amazon makes everything faster. You get credibility, prime shipping, fulfillment handled. You don't have to build that from scratch. Now, if you don't have attention and you don't have a plan to get it, it doesn't matter if you're on Amazon or Shopify or anywhere else. You're going to struggle because nobody knows you exist. And here's what's coming that nobody's even talking about yet. AI search is getting better every month. More people are finding products through ChatGPT and Google Gemini instead of Amazon search, which means the shift I just described, it's accelerating. In 12 months, Amazon organic traffic will matter even less. And the sellers who haven't figured out external traffic by then will not make it to 2027. Remember, your success has nothing to do with the platform. What matters is, can you get people to care about what you're selling? And if you can, Amazon works. If you can't, you got to fix that first. Now that you understand how to be successful on Amazon, watch this video here to learn how AI is quickly changing the way we shop online.